Good evening, online participants. Can you please respond if I'm audible and visible? So today we'll be having the mentorship program orientation. So last time I had a orientation for UPSC aspirants. This time I'll be having keeping in mind for Group-1 aspirants, or maybe some students might be joining UPSC also. Nothing to worry. So before going into the today's orientation, let me introduce briefly about the orientation of the ASK program. Ask program is accountability seeker program, which is a mentorship program based on your strengths, weakness, and opportunity threats. That's a basic aspect of Ask program. It's a personalized mentorship program based on your strengths, based on your targets. Then we'll be discussing about what are the frequent issues that are faced by aspirants, highlights of the Ask program. Then do you have any plan or strategy? Are you failing frequently at prelims level, mains level, or at the interview level? If so, what would be your strategy? That we'll be discussing it. Then we'll be discussing about the mentorship program. That's the role of mentor in ensuring the consistency of your preparation. So this is the broader 5 aspects of the today's agenda for today's session. So I'll be sharing the Ask Mentorship booklet and also Ask Google Documents those who are joining online. If you are joining offline, I'll be giving the booklet. If not, if you are joining on online, you'll be receiving one PDF of Ask Mentorship, and also along with that, the Google folder will be shared with you. So this is the reference documents I'll be sharing with you. As I mentioned, what is meant by accountability seeker program? Why is it required for your preparation? Say, for example, if you plan to prepare for UPSC or Group-1 exam, you may have some idea. You would have completed one attempt, or maybe joined coaching, or maybe written mains exam. You'll be repeating the same aspect of preparation for upcoming notifications itself. Am I clear? So that is a usual pattern of preparation for many aspirants. Many aspirants. Then moving on to the Ask program, as I mentioned that first we need to understand issues faced by aspirants. The issues faced by aspirants is that you'll be dreaming. I'll be getting Group-1 service. I'll be getting IAS cadre of my home state or IPS or foreign service. If so, if you're dreaming, what is the hindrance factors? The major aspect is that to get into success, to get into your service of your dream, there are 2 aspects that determines your preparation is that competency and consistency. Do you have competency required for the exam? If so, what is the aspect that is facing? What is the issue that you are repeatedly facing? It will be inconsistency in the preparation. How to ensure, how to reduce this inconsistency in the preparation? Then you'll be in the same loop of preparing for prelims, mains, interview, again prelims, mains, interview. So after 2 attempts or 1 attempt, then there will be external pressure. There will be external pressure that why you are not clearing the exam. When you are going to become civil servant, that question itself will make you to think about alternative. If you start thinking about alternatives, then automatically say for example, once prelims is over, if you are going to clear prelims exam, then you will sustain for mains preparation. Assume that you could not able to clear prelims exam, then to write prelims exam, you think that there is a lot of time and you'll start preparing for other exams. Again, by the time notification issued for fresh vacancies, again you feel that there is no time. When time is there, you don't prepare. When time is not there, you'll feel pressure. Okay, that's a major same loop of preparing for many aspirants when it comes to civils and Group-1 exam. When it comes to self-discipline, మనకి ఇంజనీరింగ్ చదివేటప్పుడు గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ ఆర్ పీజీ you'll be having frequency of scheduled exams. You'll be having maybe internal exams, then external exam. Then automatically start preparing for the exam based on the schedule given by universities or campuses or colleges. But when it comes to this group's preparation and civil services exam, your preparation mostly tuned towards your notifications. When there is no exam near to in 3 to 4 months, then the students will start relaxing it. You read for half an hour and you relax for 2 hours. That's the usual pattern of preparing for competitive exams. Who is your accountability? Are you seeking your accountability by yourself or not? How to ensure that one? Then how to rectify your mistakes or not? This is the major aspects when it comes to issues faced by aspirants. As I mentioned, ask program briefly explain that I'll be taking the help of ask booklet. Is my screen is visible to you? Yes. As I mentioned that the first page of Ask Booklet will be having that the great mentor builds confidence and guides towards your success. The booklet consists of 91 pages and it consists of SWOT analysis. Here you can see SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis means based on strength, weakness, opportunity, threats of the student. It's individualistic, it's a personalized. Then how to set the goal and how to track the goal. Then do you have strategy? If not, what is going to be your strategy? Then the timetable, how to have the practical timetable. People will think that I can study for 10 hours, 12 hours, but they'll start relaxing after 3 4 days. Then what is the role of one-to-one interactions? Then civil score, weekly civil score for evaluating whether you are following your schedule or not. This is a very simple ask booklet for your preparation. Clear? Then I have mentioned here 1% better every day, 1% worse every day will make you absolutely zero. This I have taken this diagram from Atomic Habits book. In that book, they will mention 1% improvement in every day. If you sustain for 1 year, then the efficiency will increase at least 37%. In converse, if your efficiency is decreasing 1% every day, then you'll become 0.03%. So this is the reality that the micro habits or the daily habits will have the huge impact on your final result. Then we'll be having the dedicated mentors for your mentorship program. I have mentioned here. Then in the index of the booklet, I have mentioned the details of the student. There are basic details that you need to submit. Then the SWOT analysis. SWOT means strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. What is my strength? Sir, my strength is understanding the concepts easily or remembering easily. My weakness is inconsistency. My opportunity is that your opportunity may be, say for example, if you have already written mains exam, then there is a greater opportunity that you'll get into UPSC. No sir, I have given already 3 attempts of UPSC, but I could not able to clear prelims exam. I am questioning myself, am I competent to write UPSC? If not, what is my opportunities? What is my other opportunity? What are my threats? Sir, my threats are that I am a full-time aspirant. That is also a threat. If you are a full-time aspirant, the major issue is that you'll become more indisciplined. You start reading for 2 hours, you'll relax for 4 hours. Another threat is that you are working professional. The time availability is a major threat to you. You may be working homemaker. Then the time availability is also a major issue. So these are the threats that you need to mention. What is meant by goal setting? You have to set your goal. If you are from Telugu states, then the major issue is that whenever groups exam coincidence, your UPSC will take backseat. Then you start blaming that shifting to groups exam is a major mistake that you have done it. I used to repeat one aspect that if you start thinking to prepare for groups exam, you have to write, you have to be in that mode of groups preparation till your mains exam is over. If you are focusing only on UPSC, I strongly recommend to know the UPSC better, whether you have required competence and consistency to get into UPSC or not. Based on the goal setting, that you have to change your strategy. What is my strategy? Say for example, why students are repeatedly failing though they invest at least 6 hours a day. They have been reading for more than 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but still they'll say that no sir, I could not able to clear my prelims exam. The strategy is that the requirement of the exam is that the demand of the exam that you need to look into fresh lens. You have to look in through fresh lens. I'll be disclosing what is my effective strategy. Those students are struggling at prelims level, mains level. Then we'll be mentioning about the list of reference books, then goal tracking, timetable, one-to-one interaction, test progress, marks matrix, civil score. So I have also mentioned that the ASK program is a personalized mentorship program. It's exclusive for civil and state services exam who are preparing for it, and it is based on your strengths, weakness, opportunity threats. That is a SWOT index for the student. Then it aims to set the goal, and once the goal is set, we'll be discussing about your strategy. If you are having strategy, we'll implement that strategy. If you are struggling with the strategy or plan, we'll be sharing the plan to implement it. Then once the strategy is fixed, then there shall be the strategy has to be consistently monitored once in a week. That's based on one-to-one interaction weekly. Then the emotional intelligence, why we need emotional intelligence or emotional support throughout your preparation. As I mentioned, that the ask book consists of briefly to describe your details. Briefly to describe about your details. If you mention the briefly about the details, I'll be understanding. Say for example, once this orientation is over, so I'll be sharing this PDF with you. Then you have to complete this PDF. You have to write the basic details and submit. Then after that, I'll be having one-to-one Zoom call or offline one-to-one interaction. Then based on the interaction between you and me, then we'll be having a goal and strategy to be finalized. Then the next page I have mentioned about strengths, weakness, opportunity, threats. What is my strength? My strength is grasping or understanding, abilities to sit for longer hours. My weakness is that, sir, I frequently forget it. I'm not understanding the demand of the exam. My weakness is that, so frequently changing the goal. That's my weakness. Or frequently addicting to my social media. That is also my weakness. Opportunity. What is my opportunity? If you have already written Group-1 mains exam, is there any nearby opportunity or short-term opportunity, long-term opportunity? Then what are the threats? The threats may be, if you're a full-time aspirant, the job requirement, the financial independence, that is also one of the threat. Then if you are a working professional, the time availability is a major issue. These aspects you have to write in briefly in page number of ASK program. Then goal setting. What is meant by goal setting is that you have to write precisely, sir, my goal is UPSC or Group-1, or what is my goal, that you have to describe precisely in your own terms. Then once you set the goal, then we'll be having the strategy. The strategy is that, so I always say the strategy shall be very simple and effective. Say for example, assume that the case one. In case 1, if you are repeatedly failing in the prelims exam, I'll strongly recommend solving all UPSC PYQs conducted by UPSC for civil services exam, the civil services exam, then CDS exam, EPFO exam, assistant intelligence, then assistant commandant, ACPF, so then engineering service, Indian medical service. These exams are conducted by civil UPSC only. We have to solve all the previous year questions of UPSC. Once you solve this UPSC previous year questions, then so take any magazine of current affairs. Then solve the test series. This is more than enough for a prelims exam. If you start reading first page to last page of NCERT and standard books, there is no guarantee that you will get into the prelims exam. This is it based on completely the demand of the exam. Here I am mentioning about solve all the previous year questions, at least 40 years of civil services exam and remaining exams connected by UPSC, at least 20 years papers. Here 40 years paper, almost you will be getting 6,000 previous year questions, 6,000 PYQs, you will be solving it. While solving the previous year questions, you have to know other options also. While solving previous year questions, make a brief note of it. So then you will be understanding the clarity of the concepts. Say for example, if you look at Indian monsoon, they have asked previous year questions like Indian monsoon, the role of jet streams, Indian ocean dipole, La Nina, El Nino, sea surface temperature, jet streams, all this been asked in UPSC. The next question would be clubbing or complex mixing of these factors into your question framing. If you solve previous year question, you will understand clarity. You will understand clarity. Then current affairs magazine of any institution is more than required. If you solve previous year questions and current affairs, then you will be understanding the present trend. Say for example, if you look at the recent current affairs, what is happening in the context of polity and governance, the resignation of vice president, Lok Sabha, now the monsoon sessions are going on, many bills are in the pipeline to be discussed and passed, caste census, reservation, then the issue between the presidential judicially advisory to be sought from Supreme Court. That's Article 143, Article 200, Article 201. This has been in the news. Those will be understood in the current affairs magazine. Once you've done that one, then you complete your test series. If you're having time, again repeat the same issue. Repeat the same previous year questions, current affairs, then the test series. If you have more time, so subscribe for another test series. If you have another time, additional time, then again go for another test series. This will make you to be preparing for the exam and will be having the confidence to write the exam at any time. If you are preparing for prelims exam, if you are failing in prelims exam, say for example, if you have failed UPSC or not able to clear prelims exam 2 attempts, 3 attempts, 4 attempts, my strong recommendation is that you have to take priority of prelims exam now. People generally think that say for example, once prelims is over, assume that in this case May to 2025, if prelims exam is over, if you could able to clear prelims exam and qualified for mains exam, you'll be writing the mains exam. You'll be writing the mains exam in the month of August. Then after that, you'll be focusing on mains enrichment program. Maybe you'll be realizing after mains exam that my essay paper is not good, ethics paper is not good, optional paper is not good. Then you'll be having the time period called in the month of September, October, November, December, January. You'll focus on mains preparation. Then after January, you'll be focusing on prelims exam. Then you'll qualify prelims exam. You'll again focus on mains preparation. So this is the usual case if you clear prelims exam. So here the sample size is very small. Another case is that you have written prelims exam already 2 times or 3 times or 4 times, but prelims you are not able to clear it. What you will be assuming is that I have a lot of time for next attempt. I have more time for next attempt. Then you will start thinking that in the month of June, July, August, September, October, November, December, this 6 to 7 months, the issue is that you may be reading and focusing for mains exam, or maybe you are shifting for alternative exams, other competitive exams. If you are failing repeatedly the prelims exam, the basic mistake that you are done by, basic mistake that is going to be practiced by many aspirants is that focusing mains preparation in the month of June, July, August, September, October, November. Then after Sankranti, in the month of January, then you will start preparing for prelims exam. That is January, February, March, April, May. In the month of May, this year, that is 2026, the prelims exam is going to be held on 26th May 2026. Just assume just before 2 weeks of your actual prelims exam, many aspirants will feel enormous stress. In the month of April, May, you feel enormous stress and you'll think that if I have additional 1 month time, 2 weeks time, 3 weeks time, I would have revised my current affairs once, or maybe ancient, medieval, modern history once. That would have given more importance and confidence. You keep on thinking that if I have more time, I would have cleared prelims exam. So that is the usual stress that many aspirants will do the mistake. This method of focusing now mains preparation and reading prelims exam after in the month of January will be suitable for the students who are written already mains exam. If you are struggling at prelims exam, this strategy does not work. I will say alternative. Now you focus for prelims exam. Now you understand that the prelims is a mental barrier. Prelims you need to clear it. Whatever the standard, whatever the uncertainty that the UPSC is going to clear, is going to give, you should be in the safe zone. You have to target. You have to target in the month of August, September, October, November. You take 4 months time. August, September, October, November, and try to have the target for paper 1. Paper 1, 100 marks. Paper 2, 80 marks. The strategy is this one. The strategy is this one. What is my strategy? I'll be reading. I'll be solving all the previous year questions of CSC, Civil Services exam, 40 years, and other exams conducted by UPSC, like CDS exam, EPFO, ACIO, Assistant Commandant, then the Engineering Service, Medical Service. This prelims objective questions you have to solve it. Then the Current Affairs magazine, test series of 2025 test series conducted by any institution, you solve it, and by November you could able to take the mock test of paper 1, paper 2, tally your marks in the mock test. If you are in the safe zone, if you could able to score 100 plus, then in the month of January, that is from the month of January, February, March, April, May, here you can say mains come prelims preparation. Mains come prelims preparation. Prelims revision, I can say prelims revision and mains preparation. The mains preparation can be your ethics paper or your optional paper 1 or essay paper. Your ethics paper and optional paper and essay paper. Remaining GS paper you will be revising from prelims only. Are you clear my point? Are you getting my point? So this is what you have to do it. In this method, you'll be confident by November itself. From December itself, you'll be focusing on mains preparation. Even in the month of April, May, you'll be focusing on mains and prelims revision. Are you getting my point? So as soon as prelims exam is over on 26th May, the very next day you'll get confidence that you have been completing or simultaneously preparing for mains exam, and you'll start doing answer writing practice or answer writing program from 27th May 2026 itself. So this way you can break the VC cycle of not clearing prelims exam or repeatedly failing at the prelims preparation. Otherwise you'll be thinking that lot of time is there. My prelims is next year, May 2026. I have more than 10 months time. Why should I invest my time for prelims now itself? This time you may be thinking to planning to complete optional paper, ethics paper, essay paper. It won't get completed. You start thinking that you are reading, but it won't move it. When it comes to mains preparation, I will say very, very simple and effective strategy. Here also, I will say solve mains questions, mains PYQs, do writing practice, take any two institutions with their model answers for mains previous year questions. Read from these two books, XY compilations. This book model answers, say for example, if the previous year question is that compare and contrast between Buddhism and Jainism. Read the content from this X publication and Y publication and start doing answer writing practice. If you solve all these mains previous year questions from 2013 to 2024, then you'll understand mains is something that you have to do more writing practice. You have to do answer writing practice. The structurization has to be auto-tuned. Then on top of it, you'll have the data pointers. That's a mains. That is your mains current affairs compilations. Then the test series. That is the answer writing program. This strategy will work for including your optionals. Don't read standard textbooks. At any point of time, at any topic, if you are found that there is a shortage of content, you just selectively Google it. Selectively know that point. Selectively understand that concept. That is more than required. Because finally, you have to write either 2 pages or 3 pages only. For writing these 2 pages and 3 pages, there is no requirement of reading the again exclusive material compilations. Don't be market for exclusive compilations. You understand my point? If you are having time, again solve the state services group 1 mains questions. Other states mains questions, other state services mains questions, that will be more relevant. That will be more useful. That will simplify your preparation and you'll be having always additional time to prepare. Otherwise, if you go with the syllabus wise, then you could not able to complete your syllabus. You always in the shortage of the time. You will always in the shortage of the time for reading and revision. So this is my strategy. And when it comes to ask booklet again, so as I mentioned that this is my effective strategy, including for group 1 exam, including for your UPSC exam. Clear? That we'll be discussing. So then as I mentioned that the timetable here we'll be mentioning very precisely about your goal tracking. Say for example, if you are in the first category, meaning first category means you could not able to clear prelims exam and you have already given 2 attempts or 3 attempts, then my strong recommendation is that start reading and preparing for prelims exam now itself. If you are already written mains exam or going to appear mains exam or written mains exam of group 1 services, I'll strongly recommend that you have to focus on mains preparation, then prelims preparation, then mains preparation. Okay, so here we'll be mentioning March month, April month, May. Now we are in the July month, and next month would be August month. We'll be mentioning precisely paper 1 or paper 2 or which subject you are going to complete in the month of August, September, October, November. Like that we'll be mentioning precisely here. Then the timetable is that, so in a month, so daily how many hours you wanted to read it, weekly what is your quota, monthly what is the quota, yearly out what is the quota, in which slot what subject you are going to write, that you will be precisely mentioning. Once you do that one, then there is a one-to-one interaction in the page number, I think in the page number here. This is the backbone of accountability seeker. So these pages I have given 52 pages, which means every week one page. In this one page, say this is a week number, say for example, week number 1, August 1st to August 7th. The studied hours is 40 hours. You'll be precisely mentioning what you have completed, which subject you have completed, you'll be mentioning it. Based on that, the mentor will interact. That's it. So this is the accountability seeker program where weekly ones will be interacting what you have done last week and what we are planning for next week. That's it. The same page will be there for 52 times for 52 weeks in a year. Are you getting my point? In the end of the book, there is a marks matrix. Yes. What is meant by marks matrix? Clear? So in the marks matrix, if you are failing for prelims exam repeatedly, here we will be mentioning 1 probable, 2 probable, 3 probable unknown question. If you give one objective type exam, maybe subject wise or full length mock test, then I'll teach you what is the utility of this marks matrix. Say for example, if I write like this, say for example, I have 1 probable means sure short questions. I have attempted 60. I have attempted 60 total. Out of total, then 20 questions wrong, incorrect, and 40 questions correct. Then when it comes to 2 probable questions, say for example, you have attempted around 60, 8 questions will go incorrect, 8 questions will be correct. 76 questions are over. Almost 18 questions are unknown questions. How many questions are there? By looking at this matrix, say 76, 86, 86 and 94. There are 6 questions with 3 probable questions, 2 questions correct and 4 questions incorrect. By looking at this marks matrix, I can say you are attempting. So here you are not having 90% efficiency. For example, if you are a 90% efficiency system, meaning incorrect shall be 6 questions, remaining 54 would be correct questions. So if unknown questions are increasing more, there are 2 chances that the student is having problem. One is that he is not able to understand the concepts, or he has not able to complete the major portion of the syllabus. The second aspect is that though he has studied well and revised good, then if the unknown questions are more, the paper is difficult. The paper is difficult. If more questions are attempted in two probable questions, it means that the student is not focusing on revision. Are you getting my point? Based on that, we'll be mentoring the student. So this is how you need to improve it. This marks matrix plays dominant role. Marks matrix will play dominant role in order to correct your preparation. Are you getting my point? So like that, there will be marks matrix at the end of the table. At the end of the table, ask booklet. There is a civil score. The civil score is combination of your test score and time score. As I mentioned that to get into success, to conquer your dreams, there are 2 sides of the coin, that is consistency and competency. Competency means test score. Consistency means time score. As we are monitoring weekly once, based on the civil score, we'll be saying that you have to improve either test score or time score. This is the only way you could able to reach your goal in a structured way. Quantifying your dreams and quality outcome is the objective of ASK program. Those who are joining ASK program online, you'll be receiving on Google Drive link. You'll be receiving on Google Drive link. Here you can see here UPSC, TSPSC, APPSC we are having separately. When it comes to resources of this ASK program, I have mentioned here ASK booklet mentorship, then the sample Word document, then how to join this program. The joining this program requires messaging to this number. Kindly note this number 7013495019. I repeat 7013495019. You have to book your slot by messaging to this number. Once you book your slot, there will be sharing of a PDF with you, ask booklet, where you have to submit the details of the student, strength, weakness and SWOT index, that we call as a SWOT index. Then based on the SWOT analysis, there will be one-to-one interaction. In that one-to-one interaction, we'll be discussing your goal and strategy. Once we fix the goal and strategy, then we'll be interacting one-to-one once in a week, either Zoom call or maybe offline one-to-one interaction at the CivicCentre office. So take the printout of ask booklet, submit the details asked in the booklet. Then in that booklet, you have to submit details of the student and SWOT analysis. Then as I mentioned that there will be one-to-one interaction scheduled to initiate the mentorship program, and the minimum duration that you have to enroll for this program is 6 months, and for 6 months we are charging 8,000. The objective and outcome of this ASK program is to make you empowered. Say for example, if you could able to follow yourself in this book, from this book, that's well and good. The only thing is that there shall be self accountability, or shall be someone has to monitor you, someone has to question you what is the progress of last week and what you are planning for this week and next month. That's the simple questions that we'll be telling you. So this is all about your ASK program. If you're having any doubts and clarifications, you can ask me now. Say for example, I'll show you. I think I have shown all the documents and resources with you. Yes. Now you can ask me any doubts, or if you want to discuss with me or to speak with me, I'll unmute you. Sushmita, Spandana, Naveen Kumar, Mahesh, The session is over. Thank you for joining the session. If you want to interact one to one, as I mentioned that, kindly message or text to this number 701349501. I'll be interacting one to one. Then based on that, we'll be having understanding of your strengths and weaknesses. Yes, Navin, please.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Please, చెప్పండి.
సార్ ఈ ప్రోగ్రాంలో రిసోర్సెస్ గురించి కూడా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇస్తారా సార్ కంటిన్యూస్గా?
రిసోర్సెస్ అనేది అక్కడ యాక్చువల్గా మీరు మీ దగ్గర ఆల్రెడీ రిసోర్సెస్ ఉన్నాయనుకోండి. యాక్చువల్లీ నేను చెప్పే రిసోర్సెస్ ఏంటంటే కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్, ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ క్వశ్చన్స్, దట్స్ మోర్ దెన్ ఎనఫ్. ఎనీ కంపైలేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇఫ్ యూఆర్ ప్రిపేరింగ్ ఫర్ యూపీఎస్సి సంబంధించిన ప్రిలిమ్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్, సిఎస్సి, సిడిఎస్, ఈపీఎఫ్ఓ, ప్రిలిమ్స్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ అంతా అవి సాల్వ్ చేస్తే చాలు. దాంతోపాటు ఎనీ మ్యాగజైన్ ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్ that is easily available in the market. Then the test series you can join any test series of your choice. If you want to join for CivicCentre test series, it's okay. No sir, you have already enrolled for some other test series, that is also fine. The only aspect which I found is that whatever the source you wanted to follow, that is relevant and useful. Where we are failing is that implementation aspect only. It is not about the shortage of the resources. If you are struggling to identify resources, that will help you, బట్ దట్ ఈస్ యువర్ చాయిస్. ఐ విల్ రికమెండ్ సార్ దేనికి ఇప్పుడు ఎథిక్స్కి ఉంది, లేకపోతే ఎస్ఐకి ఉంది, ఆప్షన్ సబ్జెక్ట్కి ఇది బెటర్గా ఉంటుంది. ఇఫ్ యూఆర్ ఓకే దట్ యూ కెన్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ ఫర్ ఇట్. రిసోర్సెస్ దట్స్ అ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ అండ్ కరెక్షన్ ఈజ్ ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ యూ కెన్ ఎన్రోల్ ఫర్ సివిక్ సెంటర్ సర్వీసెస్. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఆస్క్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ మీరు ఏ సర్వీస్ జాయిన్ అయినా కానీ, ఏ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ ఫాలో అయినా కానీ, యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఇంప్లిమెంటింగ్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇన్ లెటర్ అండ్ స్పిరిట్. ఐ హోప్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇట్.
అర్థమైంది సార్.
మీకు ఆల్రెడీ జాయిన్ అయి ఉన్నారు, ఆల్రెడీ మీరు ఫాలో అవుతున్నారు, దాన్ని మనం కంటిన్యూ చేస్తాం రిసోర్సెస్లో.
ఓకే సార్.
లేదు మీరు ఇంతవరకు ఏమీ ఫాలో అవ్వట్లేదంటే అప్పుడు ఇది బెటర్గా ఉంటుంది. ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ ఫ్రీ సోర్సెస్ ఆర్ అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ ద మార్కెట్. నో నీడ్ టు పే ఫర్ దట్ బట్ ఆల్సో.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
మెయిన్స్కి వచ్చిన తర్వాత కరెక్షన్కి మాత్రమే పే చేయాల్సింది ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు మనకి మెయిన్స్ ఉంటుంది, మీరు జిఎస్ రాస్తుంటారు కదా. సో జిఎస్లో రాసేటప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ 2-3 వీక్స్ ఏం చెప్తామంటే మెయిన్స్ మనం పీవైక్యూస్ మనం సాల్వ్ చేస్తాం. పీవైక్యూస్ సాల్వ్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏమర్థమవుతుందంటే మీకు ఆల్రెడీ నోన్ క్వశ్చన్స్, ప్రిపేర్డ్ ఆన్సర్స్. You'll be sitting and writing without time limit. In that process, you'll be understanding how to initiate the answers, how to write at least 1 page, 1.5 page, 2 page. Then slowly after 1 month of practice, then we'll be joining for test series. What is happening is that immediately you'll join for test series, and if they give negative feedback, you could not able to take that feedback and you will drop the test series in the middle of the preparation. That's what usually happens when it comes to mains preparation. To reverse that one, what I do is that first you have to solve and work the previous year questions. Then once you have confidence, then we'll enroll for any test series. In that way, you'll be having productive utilization of the resources and there will be result expected.
ఓకే సార్.
Any doubts in that aspect?
లేదు సార్, జస్ట్ రిసోర్సెస్ గురించి ఉన్నాను సార్ డౌట్.
మీరు ఆల్రెడీ ప్రిలిమ్స్ రాస్తున్నారు, ఇప్పుడు మెయిన్స్ ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్నారు. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రొఫైల్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ ప్రిపరేషన్?
స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను సార్ ఏపీపీఎస్సీకి.
ఏపీపీఎస్సీ Group-1 ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్నారు.
స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం సార్.
So just book for one-to-one interaction. So in one-to-one interaction, I'll understanding much better
Okay,
the student requirement.
Okay.
This is the general explanation of the orientation of the ASK program.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Any other students, if you want to speak with me, you can unmute. I'll unmute you. You can speak. Feel free to ask any question. Yeah, thank you for joining this session. I wish all the best. My PC, yes, please ask.
సార్ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్, చెప్పండి.
సార్ నైపుణ్యత ఎప్పటి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు సార్ ఏపీపీఎస్సీకి Group-1?
ఇప్పుడు సెక్షనల్ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ విల్ స్టార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ 10th August. ఇప్పుడు మనకి టెస్టల్ టెస్ట్లు అంటే మీరు ఆల్రెడీ ఒకసారి అంటే ఇంటెన్సివ్ ఉండదు, అది వీక్లీ వన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఆన్సర్ రైటింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ వచ్చి సో మోస్ట్లీ వన్స్ నోటిఫికేషన్ ఇష్యూస్ విల్ బి హ్యావింగ్ ఇట్ రైట్ నౌ.
చెప్పండి సార్.
ఈ 10th August 2025 నుంచి మీకు మెయిన్స్ సెక్షనల్ రివిజన్ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది.
మనకి యూపీఎస్సీలో ఉంది కదా సార్, డైలీ 5 క్వశ్చన్స్ అట్లా ఉన్నాయి కదా సార్, అట్లా ఏపీపీఎస్సీ కూడా ఇస్తే బెటర్ గా ఉంటుంది కదా సార్, డైలీ ఆన్సర్ రైటింగ్ లాగా.
అది ఇప్పుడే కదా మనకి జరిగింది, ఎగ్జామ్ మొన్ననే కాబట్టి మెయిన్స్ జరిగింది. ఇప్పుడు వీక్లీ వన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ యూ కెన్ ప్రాక్టీస్ 20-25 డైలీ క్వశ్చన్స్ అండ్ అది మనకి వీక్లీ ఉంటుంది, డైలీ ఉంటుంది చూసారా, అవి 20-25 క్వశ్చన్స్ రాసుకొని కూడా ఇక్కడ మనం సెక్షనల్ టెస్ట్ పెట్టాం కదా, దాన్ని మనకి ఆల్మోస్ట్ కన్సెషన్ లో డీప్ డిస్కౌంట్ లో మీకు ఇస్తారు. అవి రాసేసుకొని ఇప్పుడు సెక్షనల్ టెస్ట్లు ఉంటుంది చూసారా, సెక్షనల్ టెస్ట్లు దీనికి ఎన్రోల్ అవ్వాలి. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, మీకు ఆ డైలీ టెస్ట్ లో మీకు ఆన్లైన్ లో మీకు యాక్సెస్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి అది డీప్ డిస్కౌంట్ లో మీకు ఇస్తారు కాబట్టి దాన్ని ఎన్రోల్ అయ్యి ఇక్కడ సెక్షనల్ టెస్ట్లు రాసేస్తారు అనుకోండి, మీకు ఒక 3 months లో మీకు కనీసం 3-4 పేపర్స్ కంప్లీట్ అవుతుంది. దెన్ వన్స్ మెయిన్స్ ఈజ్ వన్స్ ప్రిలిమ్స్ ఈజ్ ఓవర్, అప్పుడు మనకి డైలీ టెస్ట్లు అనేది పెడతాం. ఎందుకంటే డైలీ టెస్ట్ నుంచి మేము అబ్జర్వ్ చేసింది ఏంటంటే ప్రిలిమ్స్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత అప్పుడు ఇంటెన్సివ్గా రాసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే మీకు ఆ స్పీడ్లోనే రాస్తుంటారు. ఆ మోటివేషన్, ఆ కన్సిస్టెన్సీ అనేది ఒక 3 months మనకి అలవాటు అయిందంటే అప్పుడు మీరు పికప్ చేయగలరు. What I recommend is that, what is your name?
నరేష్ సార్. నరేష్.
Yes, నరేష్. మీరు ఆల్రెడీ మెయిన్స్ రాస్తున్నారా లేకపోతే ప్రిలిమ్స్ రాస్తున్నారా?
లేదు సార్, Group-2 రాశాను సార్. సో ఇప్పుడు Group-1కి ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్నాను సార్.
Group-2 రాశారు. Group-2 రాస్తుంటే ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఏం చేయాలంటే మీకు ఆల్రెడీ కొంత అవగాహన ఉంటుంది, సబ్జెక్ట్స్ వాట్ అనేది మీకు ఐడియా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి మీరేం చేస్తారంటే ఇప్పుడు మన 10th August నుంచి మనం సెక్షనల్ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ పెడుతున్నాం.
సార్
10th August నుంచి సెక్షనల్ టెస్ట్ సిరీస్ పెడుతున్నాం కాబట్టి డైలీ టెస్ట్లు మొన్ననే మేము పెట్టింది 2025 కంటే జస్ట్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఎప్పుడు జరిగింది, ఇప్పుడే రీసెంట్ గానే కదా. సో కాబట్టి ఆ డైలీ టెస్ట్లు వాటి నుంచి తీసుకుని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. సెక్షనల్ టెస్ట్లు వీటిని లేటెస్ట్ రాయండి. దెన్ యూ జాయిన్ నైపుణ్యత ఆన్సర్ రైటింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ వన్స్ నోటిఫికేషన్ ఈస్ ఇష్యూడ్.
ఓకే సార్.
ఇప్పుడు టైం వేస్ట్ చేయకుండా అలా ప్లాన్ చేసుకున్నారంటే మీకు అమౌంట్ సేవ్ అవుతుంది, అవుట్కమ్ కూడా without diluting your expected outcome, it will be useful.
సార్ డైలీ టెస్ట్లకి ఇప్పుడు మన వాట్సాప్ నెంబర్ కి కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వమంటారా సార్, అడగమంటారా సార్?
యా, కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వండి. 70134కి మీరు ఎనీ డౌట్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ రిలేటెడ్ యూ కెన్ టెక్స్ట్ టు దట్ నెంబర్.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
వెల్కమ్. So Spandana and Mr. Ram, Mr. JVK, if you are having any doubts, you can ask me. If not, I'm ending the session. Thank you.